Like the video queen, lady.
Oh, please.
Good for you.
Oh, you were doing terrific.
I'm just a ham.
No, you are such a natural, Sue. Honestly, I wish everybody could be as good as you are at that. You just do such a great job. I love watching them.
Oh, that's too funny.
You look like you have fun doing them too.
It was surprising because I had never done videos until February, March, something like that. And I was surprised that once I got in the groove, I actually did like doing it. So
yeah, you're doing a good job. And who's the gal that works with you in the studio that did the one about the stamps this week?
Oh, that's Amanda.
Amanda, she did a nice job on that one too.
I thought she was adorable.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Good job with all that and everything. So how's it been going overall? We saw you, I guess, a little less than a year ago when we taught that class in early May or something like that. And so,
was it early? I thought it was more like March or April, but
was it?
Yeah,
I might have the date wrong, but anyway, it's been a while.
Well, when you met me, I was in the middle of crisis and concern. The studio was closed. I was in this new building worrying about the mortgage and didn't know how long we'd be closed. We probably had 15 different companies that we had orders all backed up. A lot of them were custom mugs. And I thought people were going to back out of these, and they told us not to ship them. I mean, I was worried.
Yeah.
I really was. I had to say goodbye to the girls and send them home, and
yeah, but looks like things are very successful now. Tell us about how your year's gone.
You mean 2020? How 2021?
Well, since then, when you were kind of feeling in dire straits, and it seems you're keeping very busy and things look successful. Are you feeling like the year went well for you?
Slowly, every single account that told us to hold our orders actually said send them, which was surprising because I honestly thought there would be at least one or two that would say we don't want it anymore. Every single one of them finally got their order, paid for it. And when I walked into 2020, we were heavy on inventory. And I was a little worried even before COVID because I'm like, we're kind of heavy on inventory here walking into this year. And we ended the year where we were the lowest at the end of 2020 that we've ever been. And I would have never guessed that we would have been in that situation because we were turning business away. We were just telling people we can't get it done. We don't have it in inventory. We had a couple of galleries that wanted to, pick up our work for Christmas. And we said, you're going to have to wait till next year. We just can't do it.
You've worked very hard, I know, on your marketing. What do you attribute all of that to? Why, I know your situation is a little different than some of the other folks are experiencing. So what do you think you've done that's caused you to be more successful?
I just think it was a little bit of everything that added up to success is what I think, because like I said, when we first started with you, I didn't even touch that Instagram site. Amanda, my assistant who you saw in that one video, she was doing it. She's in her 20s and she's, on Instagram, and she just felt like we needed to have a page. I'm like, sure, go ahead. I wasn't even looking at it that much. And Facebook, I had a Facebook page I probably hadn't touched for 10 years. And I didn't do YouTube at all. I didn't even really go to YouTube unless I really wanted to learn how to do something, let alone having my own channel. So I just think, we just went for it. We thought, if we don't get on the internet, then, we're going to fail. And so, I learned Instagram from you all. I experimented with YouTube and learned from you all. I just one day sat down and said, we're going to start doing videos. I was in the studio by myself. I started taping videos.
You did great. Well, that's so rewarding to hear that we helped some along the way for your success. So that's really nice for you to say that. I think, as I look at all of your social accounts now, what a bunch of growth you've experienced, and I don't see all of your insights, but I can see what a difference the video has made just looking at the difference between your posts and a video post versus a a more static image. I mean, the images you're taking are beautiful and they do well, but boy, when you do your video, it seems like you have an audience that really appreciates your video. Do you notice that as well?
I feel like lately we're really starting to grow some momentum, especially on YouTube. And YouTube is honestly my favorite out of all of them. I think it's just because my personality fits that medium the best, because I really just like teaching on video. And that is something I didn't know a year ago. If somebody would ask me to do it, I would have said no. I was forced into it because of the circumstance. And then I found out I really like doing this.
Well, this is one of the key things that you've done well, is really understand it's not about selling, it's not about pitching, it's about educating and connecting your clients, your customers, the people who care about you, just as though they were in front of you. And that's one of the things that you took from our communication and working with you to heart, and really got that. And what we find is a lot of artists go, I don't want to pitch, I don't want to sell, I don't want to shove it in their face, and we don't want them to do it either. And when we see people that have implemented our tools and resources to get it going, to get the results, and really, in my view, saved your business, which is most exciting. I mean, all the wonderful things you have, if you hadn't done it, what do you think might have happened?
I think if we didn't do it, I'd be in this building by myself if I could afford it. If I could hold on to as an assistant, it would have been part-time and just one of the assistants. I surely would have lost an employee. I'd be worried, scrambling. I mean, because I'm financially conservative, I had a nest egg that could carry me for a while, but my mental state wasn't great when I met you all. Yeah. Because I was worried.
We didn't notice it. We thought you were terrific. So
you've always been terrific to work with. Well, I think one thing that's great, Sue, is you're very open to, trying different things and, being flexible and adaptable, which of course this time period is really, if people couldn't be agile, they just couldn't survive it. So the fact that you were willing to do that and willing to take some of those risks with getting on video and all, and that's great. One of the things I think that you seem to have picked up really well is that call to action. I noticed on your YouTube, you're driving people back to your website, and in your captions on your Instagram, you do a really good job of telling people what to do next. Oftentimes, we find that missing. People either feel that that's too promotional, or they are shy about doing that or something, but you do a really good job with that, I think.
I feel like that's an area I could actually improve in. People will make comments, I love it, or I want it. And then I sit there and go, so what should I say to close the deal?
Well, I want to just say the key is inviting them to buy it, really understanding that you're honoring them by giving them the choice to purchase it. And that's one of those blocks that so many of us have is, I don't want to pressure them. Look, they're there already. They want to show, do you care enough about them to ask them that you want them to have your product? And we're seeing the beginning of that and the results, at least on our end with you. So I want to say, keep going. If you don't invite them to buy it, they will get motivated and buy someone else's.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a good way, is to say, I'm gratified to know that you like this and would love for it to have a new home with you and to someone that would appreciate it.
See, it's how do you gracefully say that? And I think you said well right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, rather than we'll buy it, you could just say how much, as an artist, you love that they appreciate your work and how much it would mean to you if that found a home with them, and that you knew someone that appreciated it, could be using it. Most people will respond to that because it's very genuine, and it sounds very much, I think, like you would, because you're a very genuine person that way. You were saying you had your shop, already online before, kind of before. What do you think your percentage, or what do you think's happened with the shop during, COVID? Have you seen a real growth in sales through the online shop?
Well, first of all, we're a very secular business. February is our slowest month of the year. So right now we're in the middle of our slowest month of the year. And so right now I just remind myself it's our slowest month of the year. That's the way it is. Yeah. But Christmas, it just exploded. I don't know how to say it. We were trying to get stuff shipped out as fast as we could, get it in the kiln, out of the kiln. I haven't even done our taxes yet. So I haven't really looked at the figures of how much up we are from the previous Christmas, but that was our 24th Christmas in business. And I know just by how we were working, it was by far our best-selling year, which is shocking given where I was in February.
Now, how much of that do you think is selling online versus those selling? I know you're in several galleries. I know you are very active there in the art community and interactive with a number of partners, that use your functional pottery and things like that. So how much of it is that, and how much, you're on your ground marketing, and how much do you think of it's been web-based? Can you make an estimate?
I just think it all works together. That I really, really do, because we ask people when they come in, how did you find out about us? Some of them will say, oh, I was up at the Pisgah Inn. I was down at Chimney Rock State Park and we bought your work. Some people will say, well, I met you at a craft show, or we had last weekend, a gentleman came in and he said, I watched your bacon cooker video and I watched your you baking a pie in your house, and he bought a pie plate. And so that was kind of fun to actually see that was translated exactly from the YouTube video that he came in and purchased. So it's hard to know what the trail was that led him from one place to the next to actually walking in here and buying, or actually, especially when they buy off the website, a lot of times we can't tell what the trail is because we aren't interacting with them. They've purchased and they use the cart and they've checked out and we ship it out. But I just feel like, to me, I just keep throwing irons in the fire in all different broad ways, and then it comes back to us, is how I see it.
Well, I think it looks like you have a number of really good partnerships there too, which is great because you're well known in the community and well connected in the community, which, we know being connected is a part of it. I was going to say some of the things that I thought, I don't know if you or, which one of you has done some of the ramping up of your social media, but you've got an awesome Instagram bio, by the way.
Oh,
very well done. Got your location
instructions.
You got your location information in there and what you offer people and all your links. That's really good. And you were doing your new logo, I think, when we were working through some of this together with you. That's just so sharp. Your black and white logo, it looks so good across everything. But I was going to say, one of the things I love is your highlights on your Instagram page, and that you have your mentions in there, which is just a smart way to use that. You're getting lots of mentions across from folks, and to go ahead and share it in your stories and then put it there is smart. And I love your pets in pottery, your dogs in pottery.
I was because I edit some of those videos, and I was watching back the videos, and I see Ivy like walking in and out of the picture frame. And I thought, we should do a competition or a contest that for every video, you have to tell us how many times you saw Ivy coming in and out of the picture frame, and we'll enter you into a drawing. And
that's perfect.
Yeah. No, so we've been talking about doing that because she just kind of wanders in, wanders out.
Well, dogs and babies score big points on social media. So you've got the perfect situation there with the dog. No, I think that's a great idea. I think you're very creative about that. By the way, you were talking about your Christmas and the fact that the way you package things with your little ornament attached and everything. You're just doing so many things very, very well.
What is your advice for artists that want some of the success you have, and what tips might you want to give to them? Because you really moved through and acted well with the advice we gave, so we want to capture that for other artists.
I would say is you just have to jump in somewhere and start doing something.
Right.
When I got involved in social media, I knew nothing, and it seemed like a very steep learning curve. And it was just jumping in and trying it and then seeing what I really personally enjoyed, because I think that comes through. And, you know, what I really enjoyed, and I didn't know I was going to like it, were the educational videos. Had no idea I would enjoy doing that. And you know, it's paid off for us. We get people interacting. I think they see the genuine who I am and what I like doing. And they like, you know, the customers, the public like seeing that. And so I just would say, try a lot of different things and be genuine with what you really like. And some of the stuff I don't like, I just don't do as much of, or I hire somebody else to do it.
Right. I understand. That's excellent. Yeah. That's terrific advice that you gave. And we want to also thank the school that brought us in. So you talk about working with them as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I just got I'm on something called Clay Club, and I think that's how I found out about you guys. Clay Club had advertised that Maryland Community College was offering these classes, and it was just very timely, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Instagram is where it's at and social media is where it's at, and I don't know how to do it. But really thankful for the opportunity to get to connect with you all. And I remember you all were saying we're going to be able to do some one-on-one with folks, and I'm like,
right. And Alan was very nice to make that happen. I think the one-on-one is helpful to talk about specifics. Is that what you found?
Oh yeah, because I needed the overview just to know what I was getting into, and then I needed some time to just play with it. And after the classes were over, that's the kind of learner I am, was take lots of notes, watch the videos, and then try it. But then after that, I did need the one-on-one to get, you know, kind of where I needed to be, because there were still things I just couldn't figure out myself. And I didn't even know what the questions were to ask until, you know, we went back and forth and talked about things.
It certainly is a joy to see how much you're enjoying things and how well it's going for you. And, you know, you've got such a creative bent. I always watch to see what's next. And, you know, I'm sure that that's the case with everyone, because you're doing such a good job of keeping that out there so people can follow you and see what you're up to. So that's a good thing.
Oh, thanks. I just really appreciate everything that you all have done for me. It's been so helpful. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it.
We love it. This is what I'm most passionate about, is businesses like yours being able to do what they love and have a livelihood. That's, to me, the most important way we can also, in my view, help our economy, focusing on micro businesses as the backbone of our country. Thank you for doing your part to make it.
I just do what I love to do. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's evident. And it's been a joy to work with you. Such a pleasure and so rewarding, really. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thanks.
We'll be in touch, of course.
Oh, please. Yes.
Take care.
Right.
We wish you the best.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.